Rico, you put the drip on this.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Rico Got Drip. About to show you guys how to make some 808 sound not like booty, because I know y'all got them booty 808s. So we about to throw some saturation, go through some of my favorite saturation plugins, and I'm about to show y'all just how to make your shit sound fire. So let's go. Alright. So I got this beat right here. Let's play it real quick. You feel me? So yeah, basically I just need, this is like a good time to use saturation to get your 808 to really punch through, you feel me?
Shit, what is that? Who you fight?
Now I could obviously just like turn it up a little bit. Turn it up, but I'm not gonna do that because then I'll just eat through my headroom and then my beat won't be loud by the end of me mixing it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try out some saturation plugins. The first plugin is the Little Radiator. This one is, if you're not familiar with it, it's the little version of the Radiator preamp that that Sound Toys put out. It's been out forever, but yeah. So I only owned the little version because it was like on sale for like, I literally got it for $5 or something. But basically your the heat knob will be like the actual saturation, and then your the bias on here changes how the saturation will sound. It's like really cool. I forgot what it's actually doing, but it's doing something really crazy. And then obviously noise. So yeah, this one I would say is the more simpler one out of the ones I'm going to show you guys today. But it's always like my go-to. It usually always works for the most part. So yeah, let's see. So I have everything also. Everything's at 100%, and then I'll just blend it into and do all that and show you guys. So yeah, this is it without any saturation, and then that's with it. And then obviously I'm gonna like over exaggerate everything, and then obviously you're gonna have to like do it to taste. But yeah, this is just maxed out, just so you guys can hear what it's actually doing, because all of these are gonna sound super different. But if you're not familiar with saturation plugins, they might all sound the same. It literally might. I mean, it literally just sounds like distortion, but it's actually more than that. So then obviously the less I have, the less I have, it's like whatever. Even at this, it's still like adding something. It's just like turning it down versus, because this is not your actual wet dry. This would be like your wet dry. But yeah, I would say the Little Radiator is definitely one of the more aggressive ones out of these 4 that I'm going to show today. So yeah, let's see. Then we got the black box. The black box, I actually just downloaded it last night, and I messed around with it, but I'm like familiar with it. I know a lot of people that use it, and the real hardware actually looks like this, and like it's like the tubes are blue just like this. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I would say this one definitely has more functionality. This one you can like definitely sculpt the sound with like a lot. It's pretty cool. You got like the pentode and the triode. I'm assuming that's how you say these, but they're just 2 different tubes, and then you have your alternative tube, which just adds another tube in the circuit, which is pretty cool. And then you have a low, flat, and high setting, which if you have it on flat, obviously it's gonna it's supposed to adjust everything, I would say, like evenly, and then the low is gonna be more focused on the low stuff, and the high more focused on the high stuff. And then you like your saturation, and you have all these you just have all these cool parameters to mess with. It's pretty cool. That one's definitely way more aggressive. That one's a little bit cleaner to me, but it also has this air button, which is cool, which is obviously adding air to the signal. So yeah, you can get like an actual just sound from the actual tubes that they're emulating, or you can just get like straight saturation, which is cool. But yeah, definitely check this one out. This one's pretty cool. And then these are all based off real hardware units, by the way. And then this is the Elysia, which is probably, I would say, the more cleaner one out of all these guys. They usually, to me, they definitely have like a clean aesthetic when it comes to their products, which is really cool. I use a lot of their products, and I use the mastering version of this. This is like the mix version, which really the only difference is the mastering is like has MS. But yeah, this one's like super clean. And then this is obviously adjusting more of the high when you go to the right, the high stuff on the signal. And then this is like more lower. It's like a more darker sound, basically. So you have like a brighter sound, and then you have a darker sound. And then you have like this turbo boost, and you have just the FET. Just brings those in the circuit, which is cool. And then you obviously have a mix knob, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this one's definitely more of a cleaner distortion. And then you have your Camel Crush, which is available for free. It should be. It's like floating around the internet. I've had this for like a really long time. I know a lot of people that have it. I would say this is just as popular, if not it was, like the sausage fattener was. I never used that plugin, but I didn't really like it. Kind of looked goofy. But this one's cool. This one's cool because it's super cheap sounding, but it has like that classic FL Studio sound that like people talk about all the time. And it's just, I feel like it's just because of plugins like this that sound super digital and like fake and not real, but it still sounds cool. I like the tube warmth was always my go-to, but there's just something about it. It just sounds really fake, but in a good way. It's like a cool character. But yeah, so add all of them if you want to. Super crazy. But yeah, you can do a lot of things with these. I would definitely say try to bring distortion in on your 808's, like when you're making beats or just any kind of track, because that's where you can get your 808's to be heard on like smaller speakers too. It's like a good technique to do that. And also, yeah, it just like makes them more present in your mixes without you physically like having to adjust volume or whatever. Like, sure, it's like adding a little bit of volume, but for the most part you can compensate for all that. And it's just like adding like harmonics that aren't there. It's just adding a lot of stuff that's not there, and is adding like a lot of cool good stuff. But yeah, check these out. I'll leave like the links to them below. If I can find the Camel Crusher, I'll try to find the link to that, and you guys can download it, because like I said, it's free. So yeah, Little Radiator by Sound Toys, Black Box by Plugin Alliance. I think UAD has a version of it, which is still a Plugin Alliance, just like that. You can use like the Unison stuff, which is cool. And then the Elysia stuff, and then the Camel Crusher. So yeah, check these out. Try to get the Black Box or Elysia on sale. Check out Plugin Alliance. They're always having sales and stuff. I'm probably going to pick this up soon. And also Little Radiator. Like I said, it was like $9, I think. That's what I got it for. It was like $9. When usually it's $80, I think. Can't remember. But definitely check those out. I'm out. Follow your boy at Rico Got Drip on everything, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm going to head out. Deuces.
Oh shit! What is that? Who you?
Rico, you put the drip on this.